everyone, it's Rachel with Rachel's Wig Reform. I am back today with my follow-up review for the wig Cameron by Jon Renau in the Light Cap collection. Now I will put in the description box my original review for Cameron. So all you need to do is expand the description box and that link will be right there for you to follow. And you can go and watch my original review for this wig. So I said I was going to get the flips cut off. Now, one of the things about the Cameron wig is when you put it on and the flips are, doing its thing and you take a picture of yourself, it looks really cute. There's a few wigs that I have purchased where when I look at a picture of myself, the wig looks really good. But do you ever have that wig where it looks good until 5 minutes later and it just sort of starts doing its own thing? That's what I felt like Cameron did with the flips, that they were constantly modifying themselves and I was too much maintenance of restyling it throughout the day. I love those wigs that you can put them on and 2-3 hours later you look in the mirror and it still looks just as good. So I decided, let's cut the flips off from Cameron. And I have read some other reviews on Cameron where people have said the flips were just too much for them and they weren't for sure how to control them, style them. And another thing about a wig that is flippy at the bottom, it can be kind of nerve-wracking to go and get those flips cut off because you're not really for sure what the wig's going to do once you take that length off or take those flips off. So I took that risk for you and I went to the salon and I had all of the flips removed from this wig. And the stylist just did a very blunt cut bob for me. I have been wearing this and the style has not modified at all, which is night and day from when I had the flips. I'm gonna do a quick turn for you and show you what it looks like. Now, one of the things, if you get to the back and you think, I don't think it's even in the back, it's because sometimes I pull my wig nape down too far on one side. I don't know why I do it, but I do. And with the shorter wigs or a blunt cut bob, if I pull the one side down, it's really noticeable. And I don't know why I do it all the time. Because my husband will say, straighten out the back of that wig there, Rach. You're a little off. That's just me. So if it looks like that, believe me, my stylist cut it correctly. I've probably just been yanking on it. So after I had this done, I went and I did a lot of errands in this ungodly heat. I think it's 1,000 degrees outside with a humidity of 500%. So I feel like I have a layer of crud on me, but this wig has done and held up this style exactly the way I wanted it to. Besides getting it cut and me cutting the lace off, I have not done any modifications to like the part. I haven't plucked anything in the hairline. I haven't done anything like that. All as I have done is cut the lace, and then I cut the lace all the way around the ear tabs also, and then I added those baby hairs in there like I said I would. Now, one of the things that I had to do is right here, with that little bit of lace there, I put just a touch of got to be glued there. And what I do is I just took like a Q-tip and I put, the tiniest a bit. This would last me my lifetime, honestly, because of how little I used. And then I just sort of lifted up the wig and brushed that on there and pushed it down and kept it, close until it got, secure or dry. You could also add like your blow dryer to it if you wanted to. I won't do it on this side because I'm not going to pull this side behind my ear. So that is what I did there, and I just like that behind my ear, and this style is just cute. And one of the things about the light cap versus the original Jon Renau Cameron is the bangs were much heavier. So this is kind of one of those sleek, real close to your eye bob. And sometimes you can get frustrated because it gets heavy and falls in your face. And this one really, really doesn't. And it's very easy just to move back. It's, even looking down and coming back up, some of the wigs when I do that, it falls in my face. or even just walking, you'll start to feel those bangs fall into your face. And this doesn't do that because of the density of the wig and the cap construction. So speaking of cap construction, remember I said I was frustrated with the lace and how much extra they put on there. This is my first cut. This is not all the way to the hairline. I first take a big chunk of the wig or of the lace off, and then I go in closer to the hairline. But that is how much lace I had to cut off. I mean, that's a lot of lace coming on your forehead. I wanted to save that just to show you. The other thing I want to talk about with this wig martini, the color of it, not necessarily the wig. I've had a few wigs in the color martini. The rooting and the light or the highlights is so light up around the hairline that I think it can be actually lighter than the lace, if that makes sense. So sometimes when I get in here and I'm looking at my hairline, on my normal wigs, I can't see the lace back in here. But with martini, I can at times. And I think it's because of the color of the lace versus the color of the wig. And so what I did is I took some Root Touch Up. This is this is Dark Blonde by Tresemme. And what I do is I just take a little bit of it and I squirt it on my finger. And then I go up into here and I kind of brush it on there. And it will darken those knots up just a tiny little bit without like adding a ridiculous root or anything to it. And then it kind of hides that lace. What it looks like to me sometimes with martini when I get up close to it is it almost looks like a piece of tape that I use to secure it down, and then you can see it. But when you add that little bit of darkness onto the root there, it sort of camouflages that lace. Again, I think unless you've had the wig martini and you've noticed it, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, and that little trick probably doesn't help too many people. But I just wanted to let you know what you could do to kind of camouflage that in if you were experiencing it. So anyways, here is my follow-up review of Cameron getting the flips cut off. If you have this wig and you love the flips, perfect. If you have this wig and you're like, I don't like wearing it because of the flips, get it cut off. There's an option to it, and here's the result and what it will look like. So I hope that helps, and I am going to wear this wig so much more than if I kept the flips. So it worked for me. It might work for you, and there might be people out there that are like, heck no, I'm keeping my flips. And you know what? Whatever choice you make, more power to you. It's all about feeling good in your wigs and making them work for you. And I just like to give some options and some different ways that you can make them into your own. Okay, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you follow me on my Facebook page for all my before and after pictures. And we will talk with you soon.